Darsch Pugs here for Sanitarium.FM, and today we are going to be previewing the game Satisfactory. Now, Satisfactory is put out by Coffee Stain Studios, the same studio responsible for the game Sanctum and the game Goat Simulator. Satisfactory is a game about exploring an alien planet, taking its resources and building massive factories. It's one part survival and exploration game and one part factory sim. The game is satisfying, to say the very least. Now, I decided to choose the first starting area offered of the three biomes, a grassland with plenty of flat land to build on and a decent amount of resources but long distances of travel. The other two biomes were a lush forest with plenty of biomass used to make power and fuel, but few building opportunities, and a rocky desert with a mix of the two but little biomass. The game has launched into early access with 6 tiers full of milestones that unlocks machines, resources, equipment, and vehicles. 3 different starting areas on a large handcrafted world of 30 kilometers squared. Vehicles with automation capabilities, equipment and weapons, alien creatures such as seen here in the video, and multiplayer. With the following coming as the game reaches full release. The rest of the FICSIT milestones and tiers, not all of the tiers are currently active, and FICSIT is the company that sends your character to this planet to build the factory in the first place and to strip it of its resources. More machines, resources, vehicles, equipment, and weapons. Currently there are some resources in the game, such as the Mercer Sphere that says work in progress on it and you can't do anything with it at this time. They're planning more improvements on the core gameplay, on the systems, the UI and UX, quality of life improvements. They plan to iterate on the world, exploration, landmarks, rewards, and creatures. They plan to add a full narrative and story to the game, with more optimizations, dedicated server support, and full mod support. Now, my first game session started out as mini survival games. I'm stranded alone somewhere with nothing but my own hands, and I have to go around gathering resources and craft what I need as I go. After about 30 to 45 minutes, I had the start of an automated factory going. After 2 hours, though, I had some automated miners set up, gathering an endless supply of copper and iron ore, and had it feeding it onto conveyor belts and into my smelters to be turned into ingots, and then further down the assembly line they would be turned into other building resources such as iron rods and iron plates that I needed to further automate things and further build more resources and to craft with and build more buildings. This game has a simple gameplay loop that is easy for me to lose myself in, and it can be relaxing while trying to solve logistics problems such as how to get resources from point A at the top of the mountain to point B far below, and away the most efficient way possible. This is the core of the game. It takes time to really get built up. 2 days in, I'm still working on getting my factory running and unlocking the milestones. And you can kind of think of the milestones as a sort of leveling system. It's this game's progression system, basically. And each milestone is a tier. You have tier 0 that you start off with, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, like that. And within each tier, there's a sub-tier of different categories you can funnel resources in to unlock upgrades. And they'll also unlock other blueprints to further build stuff. Some of the upgrades you can get are like more inventory slots for your character, and then you can get blueprints to build miners, to build the conveyor belts here. And then as you progress, you unlock more and more stuff. It's very simple, and it kind of helps to give you a sense of progress and what to work towards and goals to fulfill while you're just building the factory and getting started. Now, if I had to rate the game in its current early access state, I would rank it a 5 out of 10, since it is an early access title and many features such as the narrative and several tiers of upgrades and buildings simply are not in yet, and early access is expected to last at least a full year. Now, this title is one to watch for gamers interested in this style of game or newcomers looking for something different but fun. I thoroughly enjoyed the title, and I think it's going to be a must-buy when it launches, and right now they are planning on having it at a discounted price in early access, and then when they have the full game finished and ready to launch, current idea is that it's going to be more expensive than it currently is, but they're not quite sure yet. So that is something to think about if you're interested in titles like this. I'm having fun with it. I think it's worth the money to go ahead and pick it up in early access right now. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. If you like Sims, like No Man's Sky and Factorio, or if you like survival games such as Ark Survival Evolved or Atlas or Rust. I kind of get that sort of feel from this game, but on a much more simplified level. So y'all tell me what y'all think. This is Darsch Pugs with Sanitarium.FM. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and hit us up in the comments down below. Darsch Pugs signing off.